Michael, the families, the indication we get from the Gonzalez family is that they do want the state to pursue the death penalty. We both know that that is a different ballgame. And what I don't think a lot of families do know is that it's excruciating. If your loved one is murdered and the individual is sentenced to death, you have a life. You have decades of hearings and attorneys that are there, that have dedicated their lives because they're against the death penalty to try to get their clients off the death row. And I witnessed an execution at San Quentin at one point, and I had interviewed the family members, and it was 18 years afterwards, and they said if they would have known what they were in for, they would have wished that the death penalty wasn't on the table, because every few years there were new crops of attorneys coming in to say how great this guy was. They relitigated the case over and over again. How important is it for prosecutors to give, and it's nearly impossible to really let them know, but give them a sense of the road ahead in a death case? Because you talked about it before. It's a different ballgame. The rules are changed, and the appeals are there. They're paid for by taxpayers, and the victim family members have to relive it for decades.
So the family members at this point, I don't see how they can be dissuaded from the death penalty because they don't have this experience, right? The prosecutors are going to explain everything that you just said. You gave a beautiful dissertation of how this process works, and you've witnessed one. I've never witnessed one. I've seen it on TV, right? So the prosecutors are going to tread carefully in explaining this to the family, but I don't see how the family can be dissuaded because you have four, right? You have four families, right? And so at the end of the day, the families, in their mind, they want to make this man uncomfortable. They want to put him through this, and they want to sit in a chair. They want to be invited one day in the morning, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. They want to sit in a chair, and they want to have this young man. At this point, in 15 years, he'll only be 43 years old. They want to see him brought into the room and put to death, and they want to look at him while he dies, right? This is a very visceral, in-your-face type of situation. This is the worst of us, the worst of our society, worst of our culture, worst of our people as human beings, right? To stab, so he didn't shoot them, he didn't poison them, he stabbed them. He got close up and he stabbed these people. And so the family wants him to put to death, but you're right, the prosecutors are gonna have to try to explain it to them. At the end of the day, it's not their decision, but prosecutors always defer to the family on this.